making sales on social media. How do you do that? Demystifying the process and trying to make it as simple as I can. I think is super true is that idea of getting 1 million views on social media. And what does that do for my business? You know, guys, I have multiple videos with over 1 million views. I have followers on TikTok. I got all the vanity metrics that you can think of. And I have a first-person experience on the results of that type of virality or that type of reach. Now, what I hear a lot of business owners say is, hey, I don't want to go viral. I don't want 1 million people to see my views or my business. I just want the right people to see my business. That's not really how social media marketing works. We don't have that type of control. If you want that type of control, you do something called paid advertising, right? You do paid ads and you get very particular, and that's where you really do that targeting. Organic social media, or what's referred to as organic social media, is really free social media, which is what most of us engage in, posting on Facebook, posting on LinkedIn, just posting stuff, right? That is a different game. And really that type of game is a game of reach, a game of exposure. And so here's a breakdown of what you would maybe expect out of a video that got 1 million views. So out of those 1 million views, maybe only 10,000 are actually your target market. But that's much better than posting a piece of content that only gets 100 views. And those 100 people are the exact right target market, right? Just with the size, just with the scale of social media, we're able to actually reach our target market at a similar rate to paid advertising. But that conversion is maybe a little bit different than people think. It's not going to be $1 million off 1 million views, but it could be 100. So out of that 1 million views, maybe 10,000 are the target audience. And maybe out of that 10,000, only 10% opt in to what you're offering online. And we're going to talk about opt-ins and how to do that. And then out of those 1,000 that opt in, maybe after you do all your follow-up and all the stuff that you got to do to make the sale, only 100 people buy. So that video that got 1 million views, maybe a realistic expectation is about 100 buys, depending on your product, depending on your service. Does that make sense to everybody? So this is how I have my social media set up. Now, I'm just like you guys. I'm a busy business owner. I don't have a team of editors and a whole production company behind me posting all my content. I do it all myself. I do it all myself, one, so I can show people that I can post stuff on social media, juggling all the other things that I do and still be effective at it. And you can too, if you just have the skills and the knowledge of how to do it. So this icon over here is representative of a video editor. I use a software called CapCut. CapCut, it's free. And then I take that singular video and I put it on all these other social media websites. I don't use a scheduler. I manually post it to each one of these websites. And I'll talk about why I do that in a minute, but you don't have to recreate the wheel on every piece of platform. Now you do want to optimize that piece of content for that platform, but you don't always have to create new content. And then what I do is I have all of these social media websites pointing to this, which is a website or a landing page. And this is our opt-in page. Okay. So social media is really great at getting attention, getting people, but you need to convert that viewer into a lead. And the way that you do that is through having them opt into something. So how do you get them to opt in? Well, you offer a free piece of value. People are not going to buy from you on the first time they see you online, but you know what? If you have a really great free offer, a checklist, a guide, the best AI websites, or how to increase sales by, whatever that lead magnet is, that's what you want to be directing people on social media to. So you get their opt-in, i.e. their permission to market to them. Then what you want to do is capture that email and then do email marketing. And you want to do email marketing until you get the sale. How should you be email marketing these people? Well, everybody here should have something called a value ladder. If you're doing business on social media, a value ladder is very important. Why? Well, you want to have a product for everybody, essentially. You want to take advantage of all that traffic that you're getting and not let any people kind of leak out just because you can't serve only the highest level people on social media. And so that lead magnet is what we call our bait. It's that thing that gives us the opportunity and the permission to market to them. And then what we want to have is a front end offer. And I have a front end offer. It's a cheap $60 a month offer, but it's hard to make good money if you're just trying to sell $60 offers. You got to sell a lot of them. And so I have a middle offer, and that offer is between $500 and $1,000. And then I have a higher end offer that's between $3,000 and $5,000. And then I have a max offer of 10 grand. Okay. And so what I can do is I could basically ask that person, where are you at in your journey? What do you actually need? Because not everybody needs the $10,000 offer. Maybe they need the $100. Maybe they need the other offer. And then as I kind of qualify that person, I can prescribe to them the proper offer without losing any potential customers. Does that make sense? And so here's an example of how like a dentist does it. So how do they get you into the new dentist? Well, come in for the free cleaning. It's called a lead magnet. Okay, I came in for the free cleaning. And then you know what? They're cleaning your teeth and they say, you know what? You actually have to do this again in 6 months. And it was a pretty good cleaning. So do you want to come back? Yeah, sure. They just sold you. Okay, now you go into your next cleaning and they say, okay, this is this guy's second time. We're going to get him again. And then they say, you know what? We cleaned your teeth, but there's some stuff we can't clean off. They're kind of yellow. Would you want some whitening? It's $500. Next step on the value ladder. Yeah, I do. Okay. They whiten your teeth. They look all nice, but then they go, you know what? they're actually kind of crooked. I think you need Invisalign, and that's $2,000. Would you like Invisalign? And you're like, yeah, let me do Invisalign. And then you do the Invisalign, and guess what? It doesn't work. They say it doesn't work because you got a big old snaggle tooth in your mouth. We need to remove it, and it's $5,000. And that's their high-end offer, right? Cosmetic surgery. So that's how a dentist office walks you up what I call what is a value ladder. So a lot of businesses have it. Not every business needs it, but on social media, it is important. But does everybody realize, or does everybody kind of understand what I went over there? And do you have that for your business? Do you have an offer for every person for every stage? Or have you ever thought about that? Or how are you guys operating on social media right now? I was going to say this too. There's two methods to get noticed on social media. There's only two. And most people only focus on one, and that's people seeing your content. You post something, you comment, you do this, you do that. That's the only way. They say, I'm just waiting for people to find me. When we don't actually have to do that, there's a different way. There's another way, and it's through the notifications. And that's not something that you can have a marketing company. I mean, you can, but they don't. So there's another way to get noticed on social media that doesn't actually require posting content. And that's one strategy that we teach that you can implement in your business today without learning a new skill, without doing anything. All you got to do is follow directions and click where I tell you to click. And that's literally it. Greg knows it firsthand. That's kind of a very overlooked kind of aspect of social media that I teach. I call it guerrilla marketing tactics, because these are the strategies that 99% of people don't use. And they're not advised by people because they're for the savvy, scrappy business owner who is going up against the big guy and isn't fighting a fair battle. Because all of us here, we're competing with the biggest marketing companies on the entire planet on social media. It's not really a fair fight. All those people that develop TV shows and NBC and all those people, where are they redirecting their attention? Online, into social media, into online content. So we can compete with them because we're a little bit more nimble. We can have more directed and more pointed offers. We can communicate to a more detailed archetype.